According to satellite imagery received by the War Zone from Planet Labs, the highly anticipated launch of China's newest and most advanced aircraft carrier to date, currently known as the Type 003, is likely to take place in the very near future. On June 14, at 7:21 a.m. Central Standard Time, or 3:21 p.m. local time in Shanghai, the image in question was captured. It is the morning of June 15 in that city at the time of publication. The photo shows the Type 003 carrier in a now flooded dry dock in Shanghai, where it is currently in the final stages of development. The catapults, as well as flags placed over its island and down its side, as well as those along the perimeter of the flight deck, are all clearly visible. All of this is consistent with what has been seen during prior Chinese aircraft carrier and other significant military launches. The exact timing for the Type 03's launch, which began in the mid-2010s at Zhongnan Shipyard, has recently been the subject of much discussion. Experts and spectators speculated that this occurrence could have been planned just over 2 weeks ago, after Shanghai's Maritime Safety Administration indicated that 5 commercial ships at Zhongnan would be transferred out of the same approximate region of the shipyard where the carrier is being built. Xi, who has led China since 2013, has presided over a considerable period of modernization and general growth of the People's Liberation Army, PLA, as well as an increasingly confrontational foreign policy, particularly against Taiwan and the United States. The Type 003 carrier is a significant component of the Chinese government's ambitions to not just increase and improve the country's overall military capabilities, but also to project that power beyond its borders. The ship features a revolutionary catapult-assisted takeoff barrier-arrested recovery design, which differs significantly from the PLA Navy's Plan 2 existing carriers. The Type 001 Liaoning was based on the Varyag, a Soviet Kuznetsov-class ship that was never finished, and the Type 002 Shandong is a local version of that design. Both are STOBAR, short takeoff, barrier-arrested recovery, aircraft with forward flight decks that act as ski jumps, rather than catapults for launching aircraft. Catapults dramatically boost the payloads of aircraft that can take off from the deck, as well as opening up new carrier-capable aircraft design possibilities. Rather than using catapults, the Type 003 is said to use an electromagnetic aircraft launch system instead of a more traditional steam-powered configuration. As previously mentioned, the ship's 3 catapults are conspicuously displayed in today's satellite images, emphasizing their importance. The Ford class of the U.S. Navy is currently the only other type of carrier in the world with an EMALS, which, in theory, offers a number of advantages, including faster sortie generation rates and the ability to fine-tune the amount of force required to launch an aircraft. An EMALS has the ability to reduce overall wear and tear on aircraft being launched off the deck by employing only the force required to get them airborne, while also broadening the types of aircraft that can be used. Smaller drones and unmanned combat air vehicles are examples of designs that are significantly smaller and lighter than typical carrier aircraft. The Type 003 will almost definitely be equipped with a completely new air wing, as opposed to the Liaoning and Shandongs. China's state-run aviation industry has been working on new and advanced carrier-capable aircraft, including a navalized version of the F-35 like FC-31, J-35 stealth fighter jet and the KJ-600 airborne early warning and control aircraft, an approximate counterpart to the U.S. Navy's E-2 Hawkeye. Improved flanker derivatives like the J-15T fighter and J-15D electronic warfare jet are also expected to take to the skies from the Type 03's deck. This mix of present and planned aircraft closely resembles the predicted future composition of the United States Navy's carrier air wings. As you can read more about here, the plan has stated that it wants to integrate various levels of unmanned platforms on all of its aircraft carriers and other ships. This mix of present and planned aircraft closely resembles the predicted future composition of the United States Navy's carrier air wings. Furthermore, while aircraft carriers are and will continue to be critical to the plan's operational planning at home, including in the event of a crisis over Taiwan and in support of activities in the hotly contested South China Sea, the plan is actively working to be able to deploy these ships and other surface action groups further abroad. Last year, U.S. military authorities revealed that the Chinese military's naval station in Djibouti, in the Horn of Africa, had been enlarged to the point where it could accommodate visits by the country's current carriers. To date, this facility remains China's only overseas naval outpost, while the country is looking for other options, such as the Ream Naval Base in Cambodia. The Chinese government is assisting in the funding of the base's expansion. Cambodian authorities have consistently refuted assertions made by the U.S. administration that the new facility will be used solely by the PLA. It's worth noting that the Type 003 is still years away from entering full operational service, even after its inauguration. The transition to the CATOBAR operational paradigm is significant and will take time to perfect. The U.S. military has only recently stated that the ship will be ready for deployment in 2024. At the same time, the Type 003 carrier's launch, which appears to be a foregone conclusion, will be a significant step forward in the plan's ambitions to enhance its carrier capabilities and China's expanding ability to project military power around the world. Hope you guys love the video. Don't forget to hit the like button and please do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to all, so you can get the notification on each upload.